Good morning, students. Anyone tried the tree? Has anyone tried the activity given to you? I have not received from any student. No one got it. Um, Manasa,
Yes, ma'am.
should I explain this process again?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay. This tree again we will build, and then I will tell you to do the activity.
Yes, ma'am.
In the name game, there are two players. Please remember these rules. Rules for determining the status of the node. Here I wrote somewhere. Hmm. Please, please remember this or note down in your notes. So here the goal is to develop the tree and then decide which move is to be taken in order to win. For 7 matchsticks in the pile, it's quite easy to develop the tree. This tree is the NIM game tree that we are developing in order to we are developing so that agent, the gaming agent, would get the clear idea about the game and would make the first move based on the outcome. There are two players in this. Max is beginning, and this game is the labeling of the status is done based on the max, not min. Max starts the game. There are 7 matchsticks in the pile. This is the complete tree. Complete tree implies that all the moves, all the choices that max player could choose are visualized and represented in the game tree. There are 7 matchsticks. If max chooses 1 out of 7, how many will be left? 6 will be left. If max chooses 2, 5 would be left. If max chooses 3, then 4 would be left. Seven, So how many matchsticks Max had? Total 7. Out of these 7, he has the choice to pick 1, 2, 3. Because the rule says that maximum he can pick up to half, and it is odd number, so half is chosen to be 3. When Max picks 1 matchstick out of 7, 6 would be remaining. Here 5 would be remaining. Here 4 would be remaining. Consider that, students, let us do this. There are 7 stones. Now there are 2 persons playing this. Suppose John and Tom. There are 7 stones. The rule for this game is John can choose 1 stone, or he can choose 2, or he can choose 3. So instead of saying matchstick and all and max and min, let me give in an analogy. Then there is a Tom. This, after John picks 1 stone out of 7, 6 would be left. If he chooses 2, this is second option, 5 would be left. If he chooses 3, 4 would be left. Then Tom has 3 choices. If John has chosen 1, then Tom would have 3 choices out of this 6. Tom can take 1 stone, he can take 2 stones, or he can take 3 stones. How many would be left? Here for John, again next turn is John's turn. For John, here 5 would be remaining. If Tom chooses 2, 4 would be remaining. Here 3. Out of 5, if Tom chooses, this is second option. When this occurs, when John chooses 2 stones or picks 2 stone out of 7 in the starting position, then 5 would be remaining. So because this 5 remains, here comes the choice for the Tom. When John takes this move, if he can choose 1, if he chooses 1, then 4 would be left over. If he choose 2, then 3 would be left over. That's it, 1 or 2. And in this case, if he choose 1, 3 would be left. If he choose 2, 2 would be left. These are the options open for John. Then what John can do? John can chooses 1 or 2. In this also he can choose 1 or 2. In this he can choose 1. he can't choose 2 here, and here he can choose 1. So Tom will have here 4, here 3, here 2. This is 1, 2, 1, and here it is 1. Then Tom would have choices like 1, 2, 1, 1. Here remaining 3, 2, 1. Again, whose turn is this? Now John's turn. John's turn. John can choose 1. From here also 1. If he chooses 1, then 2 would be remaining. 1 means here it is, here 2 and here 1. This is Tom. Tom here can choose 1, and what is the game? As per the game, whoever gets the last stone here, this out of 7, would lose. Now we'll start labeling. Labeling is based on John, with respect to John, whether John lose or win, not with respect to Tom. So here John loses. This is L. Here John loses. Here this one is. Now comes the rules. Finally, at the last layer, for the leaf nodes, when only one stone is left over, then what are we doing? We are labeling with respect to John, whether he wins or loses. Here John loses, here John wins. Why John wins? Because here Tom loses. If Tom loses, in other words, it means John is winning. Here this is John, J. J means John, means here John loses because he is the one who has picked the last. This is Tom. Tom means here we label with respect to John, not with respect to Tom. With respect to John, here he is winning. When he is winning, because Tom is losing. Here, whoever picks the last one loses. Here Tom is losing, but we are writing W because we are talking in terms of John. All right. Then when we start labeling here, we should consider whether it is John or Tom. Rules are there. What are the rules? If it is John, means John is max. If it is max, if it is a non-terminal node, it is L if all its successors are L. It is W if any one of the successor is W. It is draw if any one of the successor is draw and there are no else. For this term, what happens? It is like min. What are the rules for min? For min means here Tom his non-terminal node is labeled as W if all its successors are W. L if any one of the successor is L. D if any one of the successor is D, and uh, there are all W's. Uh, is it is this clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you tell me. From here, Pavan, you start telling. We have started with Max. Max is assumed to be a computer, means AI program or agent. So Max is a agent, gaming agent. Max has got this seven something, okay, some items, some objects, and there is another opponent Min. What are the choices when seven are there? One, two, three. This is understood, right? Now you tell me for here what should I write? Yeah, Pavan. If not
Ma'am,
Pavan, anyone else.
if computer chooses one, then we left with one, two, three options because we will be having six. Two, then five.
If
If three,
computer
then four.
chooses one, we yes. We
Same
have
as
three
DOM and
options.
COM analogy.
Hmm. So now I am writing here three options. What are the three options? Now human. This is human, like human. So he can choose one, two, three. If this mean chooses one means five will be remaining, two means four will be remaining, three means three will be remaining. This is for this six objects. For five objects, how many options?
One and two.
Only one and two. So if he chooses one, four will be remaining. If he chooses two, three will be remaining. For four,
Again, one and two.
yes, very good. One means three will be
Three will be
remaining.
remaining.
Two means
Two
two
will.
will be remaining. Now it is computer step. Hmm. Here, how many choices?
Two.
Two choices. One, two. One means four, two means three. For four,
Two.
two. One and two. For three,
One.
only one choice. Oh, yeah. This is only one choice. Here, here one. Here also we have one choice. For two also we have one choice. This is max. Then no, this is min. After max, min. Min would have
So
here
at this
two
particular
choices.
instance,
Yes. Here one choice. Here one choice. Max. Here one, two, one, one. Min one, one. This is max. Now let us label. Last one is
max losing.
L. Then There is some problem to this. For every node we have to specify the label. For 2, L or W?
W.
Why W? Now, no, Manasa, two things you remember here. First thing is the last leaf nodes means terminal nodes. These are terminal nodes. These are terminal nodes. For terminal nodes, we are labeling with respect to max. Second one is for non-terminal nodes, we have to remember the rules. What rules? These are there, no? Here.
Ma'am, non-terminal means the nodes which having successors, na?
You're right. Non-terminal means nodes that are having successors. Those are non-terminals. Terminals means those nodes that do not have successors. Leaf nodes. These are terminal nodes. Non-terminal means all the other. Here, how many terminals are there? Only 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are terminal. Remaining all are non-terminal. So, what are the rules? Again, let me write down. For non-terminal max node, for non-terminal max nodes, what is the status? Status will be W if any one of the successor is W. Any one. We are talking about these non-terminal nodes 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the non-terminal nodes. What is the status of non-terminal node 2 at this level? To decide that, first we need to find whether this non-terminal node is occurring at min's turn or max turn. Based on that and based on these rules, we have to label. Max W if any of the successor is W. L if all the successors are L. All are L. D if any successor is D. D means draw, and none win, and no one is winning. None win means all are losing. If it is min, W means all successors must be W. L means losing means any successor is L. Draw means any successor is draw and none is L. Alright, let us now start. We are here at 2. 2 is a non-terminal occurring at min's turn. So we have to follow this rule. This min, whether it should get W or L, that is decided based on its successor. Its successor is only one which has L. Therefore, it gets L. And here it gets W. Now, again, please remember this labeling is with respect to max. Here, min is losing. So, this is terminal. Here, this will be W. W means winning of max. Now there are two non-terminal, there is one terminal. What will be the label of 3? Will anyone tell me what will be the label of 3?
W, ma'am.
Why W?
Because any
Is 3 terminal or non-terminal?
non-terminal.
Okay, what is the rule if it is a non-terminal node occurring at max side?
W, if any node is W,
How many success, any successor, this is any successor. Here, how many successors this 3 has?
1.
1.
And
Is it L or W?
L, ma'am.
L. Means max will get its non-terminal node to be labeled as L if all its successors are L. Here all means it has only one and it has L, so it means that this should get L. What about 2? 2 gets L or W.
W, ma'am.
Why?
Because its successor is W.
Very good. Here now you see what is 2. 2 is a non-terminal and it is occurring at max side. And look at this rule, whether it should get W or L or D. How many successors are there? You check. It has one successor. What is its label? Its label is W. Therefore, this would also get W. Now, what is this? Is it terminal, non-terminal, and what does it get?
Which one?
Hmm.
Which one?
This one. This one.
It's a terminal, so it's L.
It's a terminal, so it's L. Why it's L? Because it is at max
Max
turn.
size.
If it is at min, it would be W. So now it
W.
is max, so it is L. Very good. Okay, now you are picking up. Other students also try. What this 4 should get? L or W? Students, please try.
L, ma'am.
Why L? Why L? Reason? Because
Any L, ma'am, for it. To win, there must be all success must be W, but it is not like that.
yes, it is actually at min's turn. This is min's turn. At min's turn, what are the rules? W if all successors are W. L if any successor is L. And how many successor this has? 2 successors. It has 3 and 2. Successors are 2 and one of them is L. Therefore, this gets L. What about this 3?
W, ma'am.
Why W?
It contains
You
only
can't
one
say-
successor and it is a win.
Very good. Min, it will get W if all its successor is W. Here in this case, it is having only one successor which is W. Therefore, this gets W. What about 2?
L, ma'am.
L. What about 5?
W, ma'am.
Why W?
4 and 3 are successors, and 3 is winning, so one of its successor is winning, so 5 will be W.
Because it is at max turn.
Max side.
Yes. Very good. 4.
W, ma'am.
Very good. 3,
L, ma'am.
L. Right. 2. Here, this one.
L, ma'am.
L.
Think again. Why L? Reason? Reason for
W.
why W?
Inside, ma'am.
This is min side. If because here min is losing, who is winning?
Max is winning.
Max is. We are writing in terms of max. Here max is very important. We are everything because we want a computer to win. That's why somehow we should come up with a strategy that makes max to win, because max is our agent. Here max is winning. This two,
W.
W. 6,
W.
6 is W. Check once again.
Yes, ma'am.
L, ma'am. It is minimum.
So minimum means
One of its successor is L, so it is L.
one of it. Where which successor is L?
3.
3. It has 3 successors, and one of its successors is L. Therefore, it is L. 5,
5 also L.
5 also L. 4,
L, ma'am.
4 also L. Now, eventually, here it is L or W?
L.
L. And with this, we can conclude that Max is losing whichever move he take. Whatever move it takes, it is leading him to um, loss only. If he initially if he picks one, he is losing. This is a complete game tree with all the options, because here it is a very small tree. We could visualize this and represent it, and we could find whether it is winning or losing. Okay, let us do yesterday's activity. Now students, you should tell. Okay, here it is already given. Min is starting. Yes. Whatever activity I gave you, no, that we will only try to solve so that you understand it clearly. Initially it is 7. What are the options?
1, 2, 3, ma'am.
1, 2, 3. For Max, what will be left over? 6,
5.
5,
4.
4. So for 6, it will be 3 options. For 5, 2 options. For 4, 2 options. No, we will do another one. I am not drawing horizontal lines. Only one line I will draw. This is min, this is min, max, min. 5, 4, 3. This is, if we pick 1, if we pick 2, and here if we pick 1 and 2, then max. Here 1, 2, this is 4, 3. Here 1, 2, here 2. This is, if you don't understand, you stop me. I hope everyone has understood. This is 2. No, 2 is not possible. Only 1. Here 1, 1. This is max. Then min, 1, 2, 1, 1. This is min. And 1, 1. This is max. Here 1, 1. Okay, now we'll label. Tell me the label for whatever I am rounding off. For that node, specify its label. Fast. Now you all have understood.
L, ma'am.
L. And is there any other answer? Or only L? Students, still it is difficult? If you don't answer, how will I know?
Understood.
Is it L?
Yes, ma'am. It is the last one.
Whenever you state whether it is L or W, what are the points you should remember? First point you have to remember whether it is terminal or non-terminal. If it is terminal, then whether it is max or min. If it is non-terminal, again you have to ask whether it is occurring at max side or min side. is occurring at max side, there are 3, and if it is occurring at min side, there are 3. These are the rules that are followed in order to label the node. Is there any other answer, or loss is the answer for everyone? Is everyone agreeing to L?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all agree to L. Now tell me the reason why all agree to L.
Ma'am, we are choosing with respect to min, so it's a terminal and it's 1.
With respect to
Min.
oh, no,
Pawan,
Pawan,
left out with 1, ma'am.
if it begins with because min is starting, you're thinking min is here we are labeling in terms of min.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
Ma'am, it is
please.
left out with 1.
Yeah, it is left with 1, so it is losing, you are saying. Students, what is our goal here? Goal is to develop a AI program, okay, that should win. Our goal is that AI program should win. We looked at how that chess game and go game programs have won against the human. Here, what I told you, please remember, Max is our agent.
So we have to make max win. That's it, ma'am.
We have to make Max win. Here, min is human, Max is machine. So we are learning all this not to teach the game to humans. We are learning all this to teach machines to learn, not humans. See, this is not a class to learn games. This is a class to learn AI. And in AI, we are developing programs, agents that can beat human in games under this topic. We want here Max to win. Therefore, this labeling is whether it begins with min or Max. We are talking with respect to Max only because Max is the agent. Max is our AI program.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, is
Then
this
it's
clear?
losing, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Max,
Very good.
here it is W, ma'am.
Now here it is W. Please remember this game. We are not learning NIM game. I am not teaching you NIM game so that you play with your friends, cousins, and all. I want you to write a program such that that program wins the NIM game against the human player. So that we are understanding how to create rules and program structure, so such that Max wins. It is all about Max with respect to Max, not with respect. If min begins, we don't label it with respect to min. Again, here also it is with respect to Max only. Same rules, whatever we learnt earlier. All right. Did others understand why not L, why W?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Now you tell for 2. For this node, is it W or L?
W.
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 For this one,
L.
L.
very good. Now, yeah. Now I am happy. For this 3,
W.
2,
L.
4,
W.
3,
L.
L.
this L. Sorry, this one.
W, ma'am.
W.
2,
W.
5,
L. L, ma'am.
4,
L.
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 3,
W.
1,
L.
2,
L.
L, ma'am.
yes, 6,
W.
W,
5,
W.
4,
L.
7, 4,
L.
4 is L,
W, ma'am.
Y, W?
any of the successor are W.
Yes,
Please
so,
W.
very good. 7,
W.
W.
7 is W. Now, who is winning? Who is winning this game? Here, W and L are with respect to Max.
So Max is
Max,
winning.
Max is winning. Okay, students. Anyway, I will teach you how to write, how to convert theory part into program part. But still, you please try today. If you are not getting by using logics, you use rules. Rules means what? If else uh, conditions when you specify, with that also you can make the program run. You can say uh, if player, if p is equals to min, you specify these rules. If player is equals to min colon, and the node successors are all w's, you can go on checking if, and then eventually you can make the outcome wherein you can conclude whether Max is winning or not. Now I guess you all have understood. Today I'll give you cases. Note down these cases. For these cases, you please find out whether Max is winning or losing. Case 1. If Max is the first player, please remember it is with respect to Max always. Max is the first player. Labeling of these nodes. And n is the number of nodes not belonging to 3, 7, 15, 31, 63, and so on. Then Max dash, whether Max wins or loses. You should find out. Okay. Case 2. If Max is the second player and n belongs to 3, 7, 15, 31, then Max dash, win or loses. Try to find. Then case 3. If Max is the first player, please note down this, and n means number of nodes, belong to this, then Max win or lose. And then there is a case 4. If Max is the second player and does not belong to these numbers, then Max, what is the outcome?
Ma'am, I didn't get the question, ma'am. That n belongs to set part.
Okay. N means number of nodes. Number of nodes, not number of that, the number of objects in the pile. Um Actually, here we considered 7 as the matchsticks in the pile, or some object. Consider some object, stones, or some kind of coins or something. This value 7. 7 is nothing but the number of objects. N means here number of objects. If number of objects are 3 or 7 or 15 or 31 or 63, means you, instead of beginning with 7, you begin with 3 and see, or you begin with 15 and see, or you begin with 20 and see. 20 n does not belong means does not belong. When it does not belong, instead of 3, 7, 15, 31, 63, choose any other value which is not belonging to these values. Say 20 and validate and obtain the outcome, whether Max wins or loses. And then belongs to means choose any one number from this list and determine whether Max wins or loses. And here in this case, Max plays second. It means that Min starts the game. First is Min, and consider that Max is the second player, N belongs to. Choose 15. 15 as the number of objects. Min is beginning. Min is the first player. The second player is the Max. And find out whether Max wins or not. Now you understand, Pawan?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So let us end this NIM topic. Let us begin the next topic, which is bounded look ahead strategy and use of evaluation functions. I already told you this point. If you remember, please tell me what is the need of generating the entire game tree?
To make Max win.
And also, uh, what happens? What makes Max wins?
If Max starts the game second.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, go ahead. If Max starts the game and if he choose this, what is the outcome? If he choose that, what is the outcome? And if he choose all options, whether he is winning, or on which option it is winning and which option it is losing, all that clear picture you will get, that Max would get, that system would get. System would understand, if I take this, I win. If I take this, that, I lose. It helps the agent program to learn whether it is winning or losing based on a particular option or the choice it is making. That's why look ahead. Look ahead means what? It is looking until the end of the game, ahead in the forward direction, in the future. We humans, what do? If we play TikTok, how many steps forward we can imagine and look ahead? If it is max and min, again max is agent, min is, we are min, humans, and this is agent. If agent starts and agent places a cross, what we do as humans, we think what we have to do in order to not allow this max to win at that particular instance of time. Can we visualize in our mind all the steps until the end? Okay, for tic-tac-toe perhaps we may, because there are very few moves. But for chess, is it possible for a human to make a representation in the mind from beginning till the end, considering all the moves?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, it is not at all possible. Even for machine, it is not possible for chess. You know what happens? Uh, there is a game called checkers. In this checkers, there are 1040 non-terminal nodes. 1040 non-terminal nodes means we will get so many options that require 1021 centuries for the machine to build the entire game representation tree. And 1021 centuries when the machine generates 3 billion nodes per second. If a machine is fast enough to generate 3 billion nodes in 1 second per second, it requires 1021 centuries for the complete game tree of checkers, in which it has 1040 non-terminals. We looked at 7 objects, and then how many we could get? 10, 12 non-terminal nodes. So it is very easy to represent it completely. But for checkers game or for chess game, let's say for chess, it would take it would have 10,120 non-terminal nodes. These are non-terminal nodes. 10,120 non-terminal nodes. Then if there are 1,000 non-terminal nodes, it is taking 1,000 centuries. 10,000 non-terminal nodes means it takes 10,000 centuries approximately. 10,000 centuries to build the complete tree for the chess. This is not at all possible. Even if it is possible, it is of no use. No one will live to see the results. All right. Therefore, it is not at all a practical approach. What is not a practical approach? Not practical to generate the entire game tree. For small games, it's okay. But all games are not small. When we consider human games, which human plays, and which machine would like to beat human, for such type of games, it is not practical to generate a complete game tree. then what will be the solution? How Max knows what move it should take? Max is generating this tree in order to determine which move it should take. If because does it has brain? It does not have brain. We have brain, humans, that can logically think and make a move, but machine cannot think logically unless and until it is specified what is to do, and what it should think also, and how it thinks. It make a representation of a complete tree, and then it, it that is it is thinking what it is thinking, which move to take, how it will think based on the outcome, whether it is winning or losing. That's how it is playing with a human by using look ahead strategy. Look ahead, it is looking from beginning till end. By being in the initial position, it can look ahead the end. For small games it is possible, but adults and big persons don't, even small children these days don't play small games. Who is playing tic-tac-toe? Tell me. No one is playing tic-tac. Even small 3-4 years babies are playing games on mobiles, and that too difficult games. So it is not working that way. Therefore, some strategy should be given to the Max or the agent such that it tries to win. And our goal is to create such advanced agent that wins. For that purpose, we use what is called as a evaluation function and use of will anyone tell me what might be the next option if not complete tree? Instead of looking ahead from beginning till end, if it can look ahead 2 steps forward or 4 steps forward, this is also okay, right? Some way it can proceed. And that is depicted here by using the level. If it is one ply game means what? It looks only one level ahead. This is max and this is min. Max can look ahead just one level. And consider that there are the evaluation function which we'll be using. Look ahead is to look 1 or 2 levels ahead, which is known as 1 ply, 2 ply, 3 ply, n ply. And evaluation function is to assign some sort of values based on some heuristics. Like we learned how heuristics play a vital role in obtaining a relatively good answer in uh, feasible amount of time and space. Consider that if the numbers are positive, they would lead max to win, and if they are negative, uh, it is harmful for the max. When these 3 heuristic values are given, which one max will choose? Max would choose 8 because the highest is the value, the highest is the max score. It is some kind of heuristic. It is said that if here 8 is given, then max would get 8 points if max would take this route or this move. All right. So out of these three values, max would choose 8. If it is 2-ply game, in 2-ply game there are 2 levels. Max can look ahead, and based on that, max would decide. There is a procedure known as minimax procedure. In this minimax procedure, a partial tree is generated. It's not a complete game tree. Partial tree is generated, and at the level, at the last level of the tree, values are assigned. Those values would specify some kind of benefit or loss to the max. And then based on those values, max would choose the node or the move. Consider the game tree. Again, please remember, this is not a complete game tree. It is partial tree which is generated beginning with max. Here max, min, max and min. At the last level, there are few values which are assigned. These values determine whether max would gain, and if it is gaining, how much it gains, and if it is losing, how much it loses. Out of these values, which one max would be more interested in out of all these values? In more gain. How does it gets more more gain out of these values? 7 is giving the more gain, highest gain. It's a maximum value out of all the values. So if option is given, max would choose this 7. And if option is given for the min, min would choose -3 because it is the minimum value. Minimum would want to have less benefit to the maximum. The goal of minimum is that only, not to increase the benefit of max. Consider that here this is the tree. These are the nodes of the tree. These are the connections. From and this is, and this is this. This is the tree, and the last level specify the points or score. All right. What is the goal of maximum? to get the highest score, which is 7. What is the goal of minimum? To reduce the max score to -3. They both now proceed in the opposite direction. Opposite direction in the sense that this one wants to maximize its score, and what min want to do? Minimize max score. Maximize its own score. Max is doing minimize the score of max. All right. Let us begin this work. What is this work is? Out of these, here at max turn, which one will which there are two options. Which one max would choose? 2 and 5 are given. Here max chooses 2 or 5.
5, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Why?
It's a maximum value. It's a
Because it
maximum
want to maximize its score, and out of these two, maximum score is 5. Here there is no option, there is only one value, which is 7, so it chooses 7. Out of 6 and -3, it chooses 6 again, because 6 is maximum. You compare 6 and -3, 6 turns out to be max. 3 and 2, 3. 2 means just 2. -2, -3 means -2, because -2 is greater than -3. Okay, max, now max turn is over. Min's turn. What min want to do? Minimize the score of max player. It tries to choose the minimum value, not the maximum. So from 5 and 7, it will choose 5, because min thinks that if I choose 5 at this level, max will not have option of 7. Max has somehow I am reducing its score from 7 to 5. That is min's idea. Out of 6 and 3, min would choose 3. Out of 2 and -2, min would choose -2. Apparently here max has got 3 options. Out of these 3, 5 is the highest. So max has chosen 5, and consider here 7 is the highest. But max could not get 7. Why max could not get 7? Due to this min in between. There is a min in between which is restricting max to gain maximum score or to have highest points. Do you understand? Do you all understand this, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Minimax procedure is relatively easy. The main problem was that name game. Then we can somehow make improvement to this procedure. What improvement we can make? Can anyone make a guess? You know, here some of the nodes are not required, and some of the exploration to the nodes is not required. Why it is not required? Because of their strategy. If min gets a value minimum, and then if there is a maximum value available at the next node, there is no use of considering that, because anyway min is not going to choose that. We can just eliminate that value. That is known as that elimination is known as pruning. Pruning means removing or eliminating. Some of the nodes could be pruned, means eliminated. Why eliminated? Because they don't play any role in choosing of the max or min value. uh, once minimum chooses a value, a value which is 2, let us say, whatever occurs greater than 2, whatever is more than 2, greater than 2, anyway min will not consider. So what greater than 2 value can be pruned. That way we can efficiently utilize the space. We achieve space efficiency if we prune. Let us look at how we can do that by using another game tree. This process is known as alpha beta pruning. This alpha beta pruning, uh, some of the nodes that do not play a role in choosing of the max or min value are pruned. Let us look at an example. These are the nodes. Nodes of the tree. Values are 8, 7, 3, 9, 1, 6, 2, 4, 1, 1, 3, 5, 3, 9, 2, 6, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 9, 7, 2, 16, 6, 4. This node is at max. The second level min, and this is max. All right, now students, please tell me what value max chooses at n, let us call it n1. What n1, what value n1 is assigned to?
8.
8. Here this is a procedure. What is the procedure? How do you know it is 8? First, what you do? First you say that first value is 8. Is there any value greater than or equal to 8? Right? You check in this manner. Is 7 greater than or equal to 8? No. Is 3 greater or equal to 8? No. So 8 is the value for of node n1. here it is 9. 9 means we have to do the same procedure. 9, 1, 6, out of all this 9 is the greater. And remember that it is actually which we follow which procedure, DFS or BFS for gaming? Which procedure we follow and why? Please remember, we follow DFS procedure for gaming as we have only one move allowed at our turn. If it is max turn, max can choose only one move. If it is min's turn, min can choose only one turn. However, there will be several options, but out of so many options, only one is possible. So in this, we are actually going in the depth first manner. We are here, means max has taken, max would take some move, come to min, min would take some move, come to max. It is like this. From here, it goes to this. Depth first means in this manner. After this, this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. It is in this manner. Depth first search. So we are coming here. We got 8. We assigned it to 8 value. And we are looking for a value which is greater or equal to 8 because we are at max side. Here 8. When we come to this point, what is the goal of min? The goal of min is to get a value less than or equal to 8. The first value which has been found by the max is 8. The first value, because we are coming in this depth wise manner. Depth wise we are exploring. Come to the last leftmost leaf node. From there you backtrack to parent. Take the next value, go to parent, next one, parent, then go to parent, then next child. This process continues. We come to here we see we assign, max would assign its value to be 8, and then this 8 and max is looking for value greater or equal to 8. Here 7 and 3 will not give value greater or equal to 8. Then if min would have a value 8 and min's goal is to get a value less than or equal to 8. Here now min has established here its goal. What is its goal? Less than or equal to 8. When min come to this side, here it finds here when it comes here it is max turn. Here max finds 9. Max goal is to find greater or equal to 9, and here max could not find greater or equal to 9. And then after this it is min's turn. Min's turn means what? Because from its parent is min, this the n1 n2, this is n2's parent is this. When we backtrack, to the parent again, what min wants? Min wants a value which is less than or equal to 8. But what min is getting, what min see? It is 9. Therefore, min decides that, and the system decides that there is no use of uh, checking 1 and 6 when we are coming down. There is no need of checking 1 and 6. Why no need of checking 1 and 6? Because here it is 9. 9 is greater than 8. If here max would get a greater value also, there is no use of max also exploring to these two values. Why there is no use? Because anyway min will not choose whatever value, even if there is 100 here, if max chooses 100 here, but min will anyway ignore that 100 because min wants a value less than or equal to 8. Therefore, there is no need of these two values. Why this is? Because we are traversing in DFS manner. In DFS manner, we are see here. This is like we are in developing stage. This is developing stage. After developing, we play. Now we are not playing stage. We are developing. When we are developing, we are trying to avoid to store and explore some of the nodes. To do that, we are trying to check the values. Here, when we say that max has found 8 and max would give 8 to min in through DFS, min does not want anything greater than 8. So obviously here there is no need of storing and checking. And then we go back again to this min. Again from min come to the next n3, node 3. In node 3, what is the value? Value is first is 2. What does max wants? Max wants greater or equal to 2. Then max checks 4. 4 is greater or equal to 2. Then max wants greater or equal to 4 value. When max checks 1, this condition is not satisfying. So max decide that n3 will have a value of 4. Now when there is a backtrack, there is a move back to the parent, which is a min. Min is very glad to see that 4 is less than 8, and because of that min could reduce the benefit of max. What does it do then? It assigns this node, let us call it um, node m1. This m1 node it assigns to 4. Why does it assigns to 4? Because it is less than or equal to 8. And from this part, from this side, these two need not be considered. Why these two need not be considered? Because even if whatever value we get, 100, 200, 500, it is a benefit to max. But on top of max, there is a min. The next move is min's move. Because there is a min's move, it will not choose anything greater than 8, because here the first node has returned 8 to min. Is this part clear, or should I explain this part again? We'll do this, then we will see whether you can do the third one or not. As per the procedure, it arrives here to this last value. This is max turn. Max has seen 1. So Max is willing to have greater or equal to 1. Then Max reads 3. So Max wants any value greater or equal to 3. Now finally Max gets 5, which is the highest among the 3. So this node is assigned a value 5. 5 is returned to the parent, which is a min. What min wants now? Min wants less than or equal to 5, a value which is less than or equal to 5. And in that procedure, it continues to the next node, which is child of this, call it M2. M2's next child is at Max turn. This Max C3 and Max wants greater than 3. Because it wants greater than 3, it can now, it got a 9 which is greater than 3, so it says that more greater than 9 it wants next, if it is there. And here this 2 is not explored, should not be explored. Why? Because 9 is greater than 5. Now, because 9 is greater than 5, even here if there is a value greater than 5, there is actually no need to consider this. Why no need? If here we get 10, Max would be happy to assign the node here n1, n2, n3, n4, n5. This is n5. Max would want to assign a value 10 to n5, but already Max has returned 5 to min. Min does not want any value greater than 5. So Max knows that. Because Max knows that, what Max does, it will not. Here I would give an analogy. Suppose there is a parent and there is a child. Okay, 3 children. In here there are 3. No, there are 3 children. Parent means real parent. Okay, human parent, and these are kids. 3 kids. So child 1, child 2, child 3. What parent want? Parent want to minimize the expenditure. If parent want to minimize the expenditure, what child wants? The child is not bothered about expenditure. Child wants something more for him or her. And parents tell all the 3 children to buy the same thing. When they have gone out to buy the same thing, if C1 returns first and say that not buying it exactly, parent tell these 3 kids to go and find the price of, let us say, pen. Go and find the price of a particular pen. C1 returns first and say that there is a nice pen for 10 rupees. Then what parent decide in mind? Okay, if C2 say less than 10, if second child find out a price lesser than 10, then I'll give money to C2 to buy the pen. Or if C3 finds out a price less than 10, I'll give the money to C3. That is the parent's goal. Then C2 come and say that there is a very nice pen at for rupees 50. Is there any, first of all, is there any use to inform to parent that there is a pen which is coming for 50 rupees? Maybe the C2 can ask C1, what is your price? Because he is already in the house. What price you said? So C1 say 10 rupees. Then C2 say it is waste to tell 50. Let me just discard, prune this. So it is that no need again to go to that shop and see whether he can buy a pen for lesser cost or not, because already lesser price, less than C2 is available. Again, if C3 comes and C3 ask what is the lowest price, no, minimum which you both have found, it is 10. If C3 has found 8 rupees, then C3 would be proud and go and say to parent that I found a lesser price. And what parent would do? Parent would give the amount to C3, not to C1 and C2. This procedure is like that only. Here, this min is like parent want to minimize. If Max finds something greater, then Max thinks that why I should inform this to min. There is no use because I already informed 8. If I inform greater than 8, min will not consider anyway. So let me just prune that, omit that part of the tree, so that I can save the time and space. So we are here. Here what are we doing? This 5 here, because 5 is all returned, and here Max has found 9. Is there any use of seeing what is there next? No use, because 9 is greater than 5. So this is pruned. The next, from here there is no change. Okay, because it sends 9 and min will not consider 9, there is no change. Then comes to this third child. This third one, Max finds 6. This is Max goal is to find something which is greater or equal to 6. But already Max know it has returned a value 5 before finding 6. Then these two will also be pruned. No need to explore further. Now students, you should tell me this part, third part. No, at least you begin, somebody.
Among 1, 2, 3, 3 is the largest number.
Okay, so here Max is choosing. No, step by step you tell me. Step by step. First Max comes to 1.
Yes, ma'am.
First Max come to 1. So Max wants greater or equal to 1. Then Max goes to 2. It wants greater or equal to 2. Then Max go to 3. 3 is greatest. So 3 is returned. Because it is depth first, right? 3 is returned. Yeah. Now what is min goal here?
Less than or equal to 3.
Less than or equal to 3. Max knows that Max has given 3 value to min. Now come back to Max. Next, here. Max, what does Max finds here? 9. Greater or equal to 9. Now what decision Max will make here?
Prune.
Why?
Prune.
9 is greater than 3.
Very good. 9 is greater than 3. What is the use of telling like child and parent? Oh, okay, even though child might like that 50 rupees pen so much, but there is no way of getting that. So why to tell? Just prune it. So Max will not tell now. Max would prune this entire section of the tree. And actually from here Max got here this from here, before moving here, min would return what? Min would return 4. Here this is 4, right? Min would return 4 to Max. What is max goal here now? Greater or equal to 4. And what is this from this section? From this section, 4 returned. From this section, 5 will be returned. 5 is, when 5 is returned, if this value is changed to greater or equal to 5. And from here, this section, it gets 3. Because it gets 3, 3 is less than 5, it won't consider. And here this node will be assigned a value 5. Okay, students, if there is any assignment, no, not assignment. We'll try to do one more this one, but there is no time. I'll give you one. You try to find. Okay, today's activity is this alpha beta pruning. I'll give you the values. Note down the values and try to assign the value, the final value is A, B, C, D. Here, small a, B, C. These are capital. Let us give these then before W, U, V, W. R, S, T. Consider this tree and develop this kind of alpha beta pruning procedure. Label every node and send to me today evening. Okay, this is your activity for today. With this, we have done our unit 2. So I'll give you the questions also. Unit 1 is totally done. Unit 2. Your problem solving is completed, I think. No. Up to which answer you wrote? Which question you have completed?
56, ma'am.
Up to 56. So 57 is constraint satisfaction problem, crypt arithmetic puzzle. Then this is game problem and the state space problem. This is nim game, evaluation function, minimax procedure, alpha beta pruning, refinements to alpha beta and iterative deepening. These two I have to tell you. So from 57 to 66, please you finish this week. What refinements we can make to this alpha beta pruning? Will anyone tell me? Okay, actually here they have given the names alpha beta. Here they have specified alpha and beta values. So yeah, alpha beta values are for max. If we use alpha, so this will be alpha is equals to 8. For min it will be beta. Beta is equals to 4. Here also it will be alpha. Wherever there is a max, you assign value alpha to alpha, and wherever there is a min, values will be assigned to beta. This is that's why it is also known as alpha beta pruning. The name has come from that, assigning alpha beta. So then they say that instead of choosing the maximum value, choose minimum value. That is just one paragraph. It's not that important also. Just go through it. And iterative deepening is also instead of 2 ply we can go for 3 ply, 4 ply. How we have implemented iterative deepening for A star and for depth first. That way we can do it for minimax procedure as well. That is iterative deepening. And here we'll just see 2 minutes are there. In 2 minutes if we can make some kind of you have two tasks to do. You have to find that case values, and then you have to find that mini alpha beta procedure, minimax strategy, alpha beta pruning. This max, if max chooses 2, min goal would be less than or equal to 2. Here we see that evaluation function alpha will be 2 and beta also 2 in that first instance. Then those values would be changing. These beta and alpha values would be changing. A beta value is upper bound and alpha value is lower bound. Lower bound means if you get 9, you want greater value. So 9 is lower bound. And beta is upper bound because if you get 9, you want value less than in min. At min, you would like to have a value less than 9. Therefore, 9 is the upper bound. Okay, this is that procedure that we discussed. This is that algorithm what we have discussed, and the refinements. Okay, the first one is pruning of slightly better paths. Students, please go through. I think you have understood, you can understand. If not, you please intimate to me, we'll discuss. Because it's time up, so I'm ending the class now.